Hey guys, Corrie here with day 6 of my December daily. So I am using, again, all of my Hip Kit products. This is the Hip Kit November of 2019 kits, as well as the December documented kit. That's what I'm using. Now, if you've been following along with any of my December daily stuff, you'll know that I'm well past day 6, but I filmed this one and I wanted to make sure it got out because it's one of my favorite spreads. So I'm not doing it for a project, I'm just doing it as part of my album, but just so you know, I have used all my Hip Kit products for this. So anyhow, December 6th was a Friday. It was a super fun day. I mean, like it's not that it was like so different, but it ended up being just really, really fun. My 16-year-old daughter and her friend came over. My 13-year-old daughter went to a friend's house after school. We walked down to this food court market thing that's nearby our house. We had some snacks. We hung out. Then we ended up going and watching a football game on TV. It was actually a playoff game for our hometown high school football team, which is my daughter's football team. And this was before they made it to state, which a lot of my book has been documenting, or my album has been actually documenting this football team making it to state and everything that we've done to celebrate. But we were all just getting ready for the game. We were hanging out with friends that evening and stuff like that. So it was just a really, really fun day. And I didn't put I don't end up putting a ton of journaling on this, but I feel like the photos and the spread is just really happy anyhow. And I feel like it all just kind of goes together. So there's kind of the background of this. And then the rest of it is just this page coming together. So I went ahead, it's going to be a double page. So it's a 6x8 on it's 6x8 both sides, but one side is, the right-hand side is a 6x8 in a page protector. Now on the left-hand side, I actually end up using a 6x8 photo for that. And then I just put I put the date and stuff like that on a little bit of embellishment at the top of that page. So I don't actually show in here doing the 6x8 photo side, but you will see it at the end where it's completed, because I do have to order 6x8 photos because I can't print those at home. I can only print up to 4x6. So that doesn't actually show like me embellishing the top of that or getting it all into the book, but it does show it in the book after the fact. So, which is one of the reasons why I'm so late getting this photo or this page out. So, I like these little starburst type of looks. I do these on some of my scrapbook pages. I just think it's kind of fun. And this day, I just wanted to use up a lot of these little papers because the papers are gorgeous. And so I thought it would be a great way to get a lot of different little colors on this page and the different patterns and things of the pattern papers. I just thought it was a little bit, it was a fun way to do it. Plus, it was such a great fun day that it all just kind of works together. I guess it's not super Christmassy, but I actually am okay with that because not everything we do in December is actually Christmassy. A lot of it is just everyday stuff. And while I initially was thinking I needed to do something Christmassy on every spread, I realized basically just documenting the month and all of the great activities, because it probably really is the busiest month of the entire year for us, I guess was really the thing. Okay, so now that I'm watching this video and recording the voiceover, I am totally wrong. I actually did have the 6x8 photo already printed by the time I was filming this, which is great. I must have done a little bit of planning. So you are going to get to see that part. So that's really great. Another thing about this is my daughter and her friend. Okay, so this girl, obviously my daughter's wonderful. I love her, but her friend is fabulous. Like, this is that kid that you're like, oh, thank God my daughter has a friend like this, because she's easy to be around. She just hangs out. She's so much fun. And we just really adore her. So it was so great that she got to spend the afternoon with us, because she really is like, her and my daughter, they complement each other really well. And it's just a really fun time whenever the two of them are together. So we're really happy that she was with us for the day. And, we really like hanging out with our kids and their friends. we're really thankful that they want to spend some time with us, at least on occasion, even if it is for free pizza. And I say that jokingly because I don't think it's just for the free pizza, but I don't have a problem with bribing them with their favorite foods either. But we feel really thankful that our daughters and their friends like to hang out with us, and that they're just so much fun to be with. So another reason why this Friday was so much fun was just having this little, extra bonus child here with us, and just hanging and having a great time. So I'm getting the journaling on my page. And this page actually came together super fast, which was nice, although this video does seem like maybe it didn't go quite as quickly as I was expecting. But then I am putting on some extra stars. So what I did with the stars is I used the stamp set and the gold embossing powder to do those. And then I also put on some puffy sticker stars, and then there's some of the leatherette sticker stars as well. So because this is a double page spread, I also make sure to date both sides, even though it's the same date. So I just used my date stamp on the right side, and on the left side I'm actually going to use the number stickers that came with the November kits. I figured out pretty early on that I wanted to make sure that if it was a double page, that I really wanted to make sure both sides were dated, because I just felt like it was something that was important. And because sometimes you're like, oh, the photos don't really go together. Now these do, and you can tell the girls it's on the same day, they're wearing the same clothes, but not all of them are always like that. So I just figured it was best if I went ahead and always dated both sides of the page so that everyone would know that it was together. There are a couple days later on that so much was happening, and the photos really don't go together, but I didn't want to leave any of this, either of the stories out. They both felt really important, so I wanted to make sure they were both on there. So there's the backstory there a little bit. I also loved this little house die cut thing because they were standing in front of our house, which I had finally gotten all decorated for Christmas. I think I actually just finished the outdoor Christmas decorations like that day. So I was kind of excited to be able to capture the front porch. And then I liked how this little die cut piece was a little house. Not that it looks like my house, but it's a little house, and it was great. Plus it covers up the telephone line that is in the photo, which is great. Sometimes you use these little embellishments to cover up things that aren't necessarily what you want to have in the photo. So this large photo is not actually in a page protector. It's going directly on the back of day 5. So the things that I wanted to do was I wanted to make sure that I covered up this little tab on the back of day 5, because I didn't want that to be just white. And then I also am going to cover up where the edge where the holes are. So I do have a couple of these in there where the pages aren't necessarily in page protectors. Sometimes it's 2 8 by 6.5 that I do that. And I do that because if there's a flip up or something like that, I want the reader to be actually, the viewer of the album to be able to read what I wrote in the flip up. So I did it a little bit different. So some of the pages are in page protectors and some of them aren't. So this would just be one of the ones that's not, and I'm putting it straight in there. So a lot of the times, I ended up actually doing 2 and just kind of like paper clipping them together. But this is one where I actually just went ahead and put the photo right on the back of what was already there. You can see how that's just going straight on the back right there. But guys, that's really it. I'm going to put it into my album, and then I'll be able to show you the close-ups of day 6. The page protectors do kind of restrict things, so I had to actually trim those down just a little. But you guys, there you go. So here's the close-up of the spread. And then each individual side of the spread, so you can see each one close up, and then a couple of little details. And that is it for day 6. Now keep watching my December Daily album, and you can always find more over on the Hip Kit channel. But otherwise, thanks for stopping by.